So, okay, I just made a video on how a lot of times people manifest wrong because in order to manifest, you have to focus your energy. You have to focus it on that thing. And a lot of times your energy gets distorted because you start thinking about why, how, what's it going to look like, all these things versus just the actual thing, right? Like, you think about, I want a relationship, and then you start imagining having a relationship, and then you actually feel like, oh, I'm in a relationship. That's manifesting. If you do that every day, that's manifesting. But if you start thinking like, how, why, should I go here? Should I do this? Is it really going to happen? That none of those strings attached even matter. That's leaking your energy. That's leaking your energy that could be used towards what you actually want to manifest. And it'll happen faster if you just call back all your energy and refocus, okay? So a really good example that I wanted to mention in the last video to tie back to it was when I got cheated on, okay? I got cheated on, and my ex at the time did not give me the answers that I wanted. I'm like, this shit is not making me feel good. And I wanted some sort of closure. And I knew the girl that he cheated on me with. I didn't know her like personally, but I knew of her. Like, we went to the same school. And so I just kept thinking and getting so angry and thinking, like, why did they lie? Why did this lie? Like, I just kept, my mind was spinning, like, thinking about it. And so one day I was like, enough. I'm done. I'm done with the overthinking and the getting mad. So every time it would come up, I would shut it down. I would think about something else. It would come back up. I would think about something else. It would come back up. I would think about something else. And then my focus would shift to something else. And I kept doing this for the whole day. And I remember it started early in the morning when I was on my way to school, and I kept doing it throughout the day. I literally intentionally had to take my focus off of wanting to think about what he did and who he did it with all the time. All I wanted was closure. I was like, I just want closure, so I want to keep thinking about it, right? I stopped doing that, and then by the end of the day, as I was leaving, I somehow ran into this girl who I'd never see. Like, I know what she looks like, right? But I'm like, this is a big-ass school. Like, I was walking, and I'm like, I recognize this hair. And I'm like, she's right in front of me. Like, I can go talk to her. I can go get the closure that I wanted. You get what I'm saying? So then I was like, hey, is this you? Whatever. And we talked, and I got so much information, so much closure. But that's a perfect example of manifesting. It's like what I wanted to manifest was closure. And I kept thinking I'm giving the closure to myself by getting in my head and thinking and overthinking and all that, leaking my energy from what I actually wanted. What I actually wanted was closure so I could feel better. But all my energy was being leaked thinking about it. Why? The second that I called all my energy back and I refocused what I actually wanted on, which was closure, which I said, you know what, I'll give myself closure. It'll come, whatever.